My name is Lisa and I'm from Sweden.
My name is Oscar. I come from Spain. And I can't remember. I always, if you ask me what you are or what you want to do, I will say artist and art. So for me, didn't change too much along all these years.
Some of my first memories are that I was just sitting painting in the kindergarten, and I always wanted to be an artist, but I think I started to call myself an artist maybe 5 years ago. I was working in a restaurant and my regular guests, 2 of them were artists. So they had each year like a yearly salon, and then they asked me like, don't you paint? Maybe you should show something. And I said, yeah, I should, but I didn't paint at that time. So I just went home, painted like a few pictures, and I showed it to them the week after. So then I was accepted for the exhibition, and since then I call myself an artist.
Normally, I use acrylic painting because you can work really fast, because dry fast. When I'm painting in oil, I really like it, but I need to wait. Sometimes I start another painting in the meantime that I'm waiting that the first becoming dry. So now I'm working the majority of the time with collage, acrylic painting, and also I use quite a lot of oil sticks.
My practice is very two-dimensional, and before I used to work a lot with painting, then it was egg tempera and acrylics, but now it's more ceramics and drawing, and when I do ceramics I make tiles, so it's still flat.
What I'm talking about in the paintings, well, normally like 3 points, like love, death, and the society where we are living like now.
I make self-portraits, and it could be anything from like everyday life to how it's like to be a woman in today's society. Yeah, self-portraits.
Normally, you have less control on what you do when you work with another person, so you learn to work fast and smarter, and you need to take decisions so fast, and you can work with the typical way when you are working alone. That's first. And the second is how we organize ourselves. I think that this just happens, isn't it?
Yeah, like I've learned a lot of how to work more spontaneous working together with Oscar, to work like more organic and more intuitive. I guess I always bring my own part like well planned, and but it's nice to work with another person because you get influences from each other.
Yeah. Put you in a position that you all be creative all the time.
Yeah.
Because when you are working in your room and doing your stuff, you have kind of a formula, a way of work that you know, okay, if I do that, that will come in. Well, we met for the first time in Flex 2018. We were exhibiting together with another artist, and we start talking because I asked Lisa why she was painting penises in his paintings, and she told me because it's a men's world. And we started talking about the role of the women. Also, both we have a background in gastronomy and in quite working class, so we were start talking about these issues. And now we're here working together. We create one group with some of the artists that we exhibited together, and we are still working together and exhibiting in several places in several cities around Europe. And
Also, me and Oscar started a collaboration where we sent pictures to each other back and forth, different subjects. They were all political. The first was the inequality between men and women.
Because we start talking about, I got a job, the same job that my wife do, but I got more money for the same job. So we start talking about the inequality in the society, especially if you're a woman or an immigrant. And after that, we started a little bit on these kind of topics. Then I'm not used to paint about myself. Of course, it's something of myself in every painting, But the last times, because I'm doing more like self-portraits and more paintings about personal situations in my life that I'm not used to do that before.
Yeah, and I think you gave me like more spontaneous work and like, and more colors perhaps.
Well, so here in Berlin you can find like, well, everywhere in the big cities, like what they call Hall of Fame, that are legal walls where you can paint. And this day we went to one of those. We painted together, Lisa, me, and another friend of Lisa. Josie, for the first time. We start painting spontaneously with no plans, no nothing, just doing some forms. And suddenly, how come the idea of the coffee table?
I think we both started doing a vase each, and then somehow it seemed to be a table. Like somehow we were just both creating things to eat. But I'm thinking also, if it's like that simple, that we both come from the restaurant industry.
Maybe.
Like that we have a lot of these pictures in our heads.
What is done in the street is not made to be